There's nothing new under the sun, right? So everything that's being done has been done. The key is to know your KPIs, watch them and monitor them. And if you're in multiple markets, what I've really learned is different things work in different markets. Some markets, TV works really well. And there's some people that do nothing but TV. Other markets, cold calling does really well. And some people do nothing but cold calling. Some markets, direct mail still works and works really well. Newspaper ads work well in some markets with some demographics. Believe it or not, there's people that still get the newspaper. So it really just depends on finding what works for you, really watching your list. But here's the biggest thing: follow up and follow through. The biggest mistake people make is they'll spend all the money and they have great marketing, but they have poor follow up. So you got to be speed to lead. When they're there, when they call, you got to answer the phone or have somebody answering it for you. You got to follow up and follow through. Don't give up after one or two follow-ups. Stay on it 10, 15, 20 times until they just cut you off. So never give up. If you're doing something that you're not getting a response, so if it's cold calling and they're not answering the phone or whatever, look them up and mail them. If you're getting direct mail back that didn't go, then look them up and call them. So just make sure you cross all those channels over and then really drill down to those KPIs to find out what's working where and what your best methods are. Signs are still really good, not necessarily bandit signs, but if you're flipping or whatever, putting signs out in front of houses, things like that. I know people that letter their cars up. You may or may not want to do that, but that's effective. Just having your messaging out there. And if you want to own a market, do it all. Billboards, signs, vehicles, radio, TV, direct mail. Watch what works best where, and then geographically work your locations. That was another thing that came up. A lot of people that do direct mail just do a shotgun approach and they mail everything. You can really drill that down into zip codes and areas. So you really want to pay attention to where do your deals come from? Where do the most profitable deals come from? And what does that avatar look like? What does that seller look like? Develop that seller profile and go after them. Once you've nailed that, then you can nail that anywhere in the country. It becomes really effective. So it's really more data driven than anything else. Mediums are mediums, reaching people's reaching people. At the end of the day, you're going to get extremely valuable data from those KPIs of where are those deals coming from? What do they look like? What's the profit on them? And at the end of the day, like a lot of people look at a lot of different metrics when it comes to measuring the dollars spent on marketing. The most important metric is cost per deal, not cost per lead, not cost per whatever. Cost per closed transaction. That's what you really want to measure and really know what's the most effective medium bang for the buck.